my background, I come from security forces in the Air Force, which is military police. All right, I've been around sexual assault a long time. Not only in units that I was in, but dealing with them as a cop, investigating them. So it's nothing new to me, but it's new to a lot of people, and it's shocking to a lot of people. Right now we have a huge problem, and I guarantee you we have always had a problem in DOD. A lot of people don't realize that, a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that. I had the opportunity to go in first week in January and brief the SecDef on the magnitude of the problem. And let me just give you some statistics so you know what it is. I'm sure you saw, since I think it was mandatory viewing, that I asked that you guys take a look at the SecDef press conference. In FY11, we had almost 32 reported cases of sexual assault. We figured with a survey that was done back in 2010, went out and we sent surveys out to about 100,000 people in different services and got back enough positive responses, and based on the proportion, as you saw in the press conference, of the unstrength of the military, about 19,000 people victims of sexual assault just in that survey. So the majority of them will never come forward. So if you're in an organization where you don't think you have it going on, you're kidding yourself. You've got victims out there that sometimes will never present until they get to the VA. And they will be carrying that kind of baggage around with them. They are at risk. Folks that come in as victims of sexual assault prior to coming in the military have a better chance of being re-victimized once they're in the military. The demographics. You know, one of the questions the SecDef asked me, he said, tell me, what is a typical sexual assault victim? 18 to 24 years old, on their usual first enlistment. They know each other. It's not stranger rape. They know each other. Alcohol is usually involved in about 50 to 60% of the cases, as you well know. It happens on your military installations, and most of the time it's at your large training installations too. Now, why is that? Because that's where you have that big demographic of 18 to 24-year-olds. We also have it over there in the common areas of interest, in the AOR. Okay, it goes on everywhere. So what I'm asking you here today is, this is, I think, a very valuable hour and a half. This is the first time we have done this. You know, we want you to know what some of these scenarios are, because let me tell you, these are some of the toughest cases you're going to have to handle. It's never cut and dry. It's never black and white as to what happened. You wished it were. You have to be the Solomon out there. If you are that commander to say, okay, do I have enough evidence to take this to a court-martial? Do I have enough evidence, or at least maybe, if I don't have enough evidence, can I at least give this person some administrative or non-judicial punishment? Because I guarantee you it's going to be, sometimes it'll be he said, she said. People won't remember. People will change their stories, and that's not uncommon for victims of sexual assault. But what I want to tell you out there is 95% of the people that come up and say, I've been assaulted, are not lying to you. Okay? A lot of people think they are. They're not. There is nothing to gain to come forward and say, I've been a victim of sexual assault. Because usually that person becomes an object of derision in that particular organization. Take this very seriously. I know this is not the norm that you would have expected in this course, but we think it's valuable enough that we asked to partner with DEOMI to go ahead and give you some additional training. And one of the other charters that I'll be doing is from the SecDef is I'm going to go down and around to all the services, pre-command and senior NCO leadership training, and see what is taught about sexual assault. Because there's a lot of misperceptions out there, and a lot of people are not comfortable talking about it. You got to get comfortable. It is a fact of life. It is one of the most underreported crimes in society, period. So we need your help. I need your leadership. Cut and dry.